Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Aries, Sun, Moon or Rising, and it's a weekly reading for December 23rd to the 29th. Aries, this week you have the Trust the Niggle Oracle card. We have the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Justice, and the Five of Cups. So some interesting energies here. You know, we do have a situation coming to completion right at the end of the year before we step into the new year here, because it is, you know, that beautiful new beginning that wants to come in for you, Aries. But just get the sense, and from the cards here, that there is a situation that's potentially blocking it. And it can be, you know, because we either hold on to the past or we kind of stop situations that are ready to complete from completing, because, you know, we're in our Aries warrior spirit. You know, I can keep this going, doesn't matter how wounded I am. But sometimes, you know what, we just need to surrender, let things complete and trust, because there's greater things that want to come in. So Aries, I'm just going to kick us off by reading out that Trust the Niggle Oracle card. You know, that's really asking you this week to tune into your intuitive centers and trust the feelings and the information that is there in order to make your decisions to move forward. So let's read that one out. What is that niggling feeling trying to tell you? That annoying niggling feeling. Try as you might, it's there, and it's not going anywhere. Most people spend years ignoring their niggling feelings, throwing their best dollops of stubbornness, ego, and post-rationalization to numb them out. It's exhausting, and until you face the niggle, life just throws you more bait to awaken it, to draw your attention to the light within you that is bursting to come out. The niggle is an arrow pointing to what is standing in your way: the relationship, the conversation, the decision, the shift that needs to be made, the stone in your shoe. So Aries, you know, is there a situation that you know is in the way from new beginnings, from happiness, from passion, from love, from creativity, from feeling, you know, energized again? You know, the Trust and Niggle Oracle card says that deep down, you know, in your gut, in your heart, that you probably know what the situation is. And yeah, it really needs to be resolved so that you can create the energetic space for the universal gifts that are waiting for you to come in. Because the two cards that actually jumped out together that were first off the rank here in your recent past, Aries, were the Nine of Wands and the Ace of Swords. And as soon as I saw this combination, I had a strong feeling I knew what it was. So we have in the Nine of Wands here a wounded warrior. And, you know, it's a number 9, so it's very close to being a completion. It's very close to being a release, you know, letting a situation go, purging it, letting it pass. However, this person here, because of his strength, his courage, and his will just to, you know, keep fighting and resisting, letting the situation complete, he's really holding on. And I do feel, you know, being a fellow Aries myself, I am guilty of this. You know, you do have the strength, you do have the courage, and sometimes you have so much internal fight that you'll keep a situation going, even though it might not be the best thing for you, because you're doing that for others. Some of you might be, you know, just so determined that you can make the situation work. If I just give it one more go, if I just change something. But I think you need to ask yourself, Aries, you know, are you the person who's, you know, being wounded in that process? Are you the one carrying the battle scars? Is this really good for you, the situation? Or should you really just let that roll over to a 10 of Wands, release it? Because when we release 10 of Wands, we gain vision and clarity. New paths open up for us, because these wands are, you know, they can kind of create like a wall or a screen where we can't see the good stuff that's waiting for us just beyond. Because this Ace of Swords is that fresh new beginning. It is that breakthrough that you've been waiting for, but I just feel that it's blocked by a certain situation. Guys, this is a general reading, so of course that situation will be different for you. But for example, that can be holding on to a relationship past its use-by date. It can be staying in a job that is a bit of a dead-end situation, or you don't have the progression that you need, so, you know, you're not reaching your goals. That kind of thing could be a toxic friendship or family situation that really just needs to be resolved. Now, the Ace of Swords can also be a mental breakthrough, a revelation, a truth revealed. So maybe, maybe deep down in your gut, if you trust that niggle, you might know, what that truth is. And really you just need to trust that and use that information to make the best decision for you in order to move forward, because, there is a beautiful new beginning, a new victory that is waiting to come in for you. The divine is offering you this sword of power here and is saying, please use it, please use it to cut yourself free from that situation, and then, celebrate the victory, and then celebrate the new beginnings that are there for you as well. Because, it's focus energies this week, guys. Another 9 and justice. So this is the week that, the energetic conditions are there for this situation to come to a head, to have justice restored in it, to bring those scales back into balance. Now, the 9 of Swords, again, it's almost a completion, but not quite. And that not quite is the conditions that, lead to this sense of mental confusion, maybe being over analytical, feeling like everything's stacked up against us, maybe even manifesting in anxiety or depression or insomnia, those thoughts that keep you up at night. And of course, the key for releasing those feelings is to take action and to bring the situation to justice and just make a firm decision on what needs to be done here. And that justice energy says that a fair and just modification needs to happen in that situation to bring the universal scales of life back into balance. So it is asking you to address that this week. And yes, there can even be, legal proceedings when the justice card comes into a reading. It can allude to divorce, contractual agreements that need to be reviewed or signed. So that can be your work contracts as well, property agreements, that type of thing. But, we also have 2 strong indicators of victory here and being crowned in your power. In fact, we have 3 crowns in this reading. And, you're going from somebody who had lost their crown and was wearing bandages around their head to somebody who has actually taken that beautiful golden crown and is now wearing it. This is about you stepping into your power and having that power to tip this situation over into a 10 and complete it, to restore that justice. So that is the focus energy for you this week, Aries. It's time to leave 2019 and in 2019 and step over that threshold into the new year with these situations resolved. We don't want to carry them through. Now, the key for doing that, guys, could be to take a practical, logical, grounded, earthly approach rather than an emotional one, right? Because the 5 of Cups is somebody who is still quite clearly focused on the past and might be hanging on to this situation. And the reason why, maybe you've been blocking this completion is because you're thinking about, all the good that was in that situation, all the memories and that kind of thing. But guys, these cups are spilt and that water has soaked into the earth. There's no getting it back into the cups. So what it means is that, what has transpired has transpired. We can't change the past. We can only focus on the present. And, by connecting with the past and hoping things were different, or, thinking about the regrets, the guilt, the despair, that kind of thing, we can keep ourselves in that negativity, that depression, that sense of being a martyr, or even having that victim mentality. And that definitely is a big energetic block, guys. And it's such an energetic block that often when we're in that state, we don't see the beautiful opportunities that are actually right behind us. In this card here, we see a bridge over the emotional waters of life, where this person could basically, walk over that bridge to the internal sanctuary, back home, back connected with that higher self. But they're choosing to stay focused on the past. So I just feel that the key for allowing this justice energy to come in and complete the situation is basically releasing the past and not taking an emotional approach to any decision making in this, because when we're guided by our emotions, we often override the niggle or the intuition, and we can actually make our decisions based on our triggers or our reactions in rackets, rather than from a place of truth for us. So that's where the Queen of Pentacles comes in, because she is a very practical, logical, earthly energy. She is somebody who's pretty straight up. She's very grounded. She knows, what is best for her and how to make the decisions in her life that are going to lead to more security, more stability, and more abundance in her life. So I really feel that you're being called to evoke that energy this week, Aries, in order to leave the situation in the past. Be practical about it. It's done its time, and it's time for you to move on. Because when your energy is in the right place, Aries, this is what can come in for you, the Knight of Cups. So again, it sort of has that new beginning energy. This could be new love, new friendship, a deeper connection with yourself, an apology, an emotional offer, offer of work that's going to meet you on an emotional level, a connection with a person, whether it's in business or love, that is going to fulfill you on a joy, harmony, and love level. But it all starts by creating the energetic opening, by releasing yourself from past situations. Otherwise, this Knight of Cups is going to ride in and probably just leave that cup with these other ones stacked behind. You can't even see it. You're not even facing that direction. You're not speaking his language. You're not on his energetic frequency. So we really want to release, so that when that Knight of Cups comes in, you see him and you connect with him. Can be somebody who's very charismatic, magnetic, beautiful, compassionate. So this is the promise here, Aries. If we can just get over that last hurdle of 2019 and then, enter that threshold of 2020 with a space where we can receive offers and energies that will come in for us in the new year. Aries, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I wish you all the best with it this week. If you're celebrating, have a beautiful, happy and safe holiday period, no matter what you're celebrating. Leave me a comment. I always love to know how I'm unfolding in your daily life, and I'll see you back here for plenty more readings in 2020.